Ever wondered where that last bite of food you just had actually comes from? It's a question that often gets lost in the hustle and bustle of our fast-paced lives, yet it's a query that carries more weight than one might initially think. Imagine a world where every meal is a mystery, a world where the origins of our food are as enigmatic as the farthest reaches of the cosmos. That's the world many of us unknowingly live in. The connection between the food on our plates and the farms where it's grown or raised is often obscured like a forgotten tale of old. We are living in an age where we can order a meal with a few taps on a screen, but most of us haven't the foggiest idea about the journey that meal took to reach us. It's a paradox, isn't it? We're more connected than ever before, yet we're disconnected from the very sustenance that fuels us. Our meals don't magically appear on our plates. They're the result of a long, intricate process involving farmers, growers, pickers, packers, truckers, and grocers. Not to mention the countless hours of labor, love, and care that go into nurturing the crops and livestock. Each bite we take is a testament to the tireless efforts of these unsung heroes who toil under the sun and against the elements. Every morsel is a product of the earth, a gift from the soil, the sun, the rain. It's a story of resilience, of nature's bounty, and of human endeavor. Yet this narrative often gets lost, drowned out by the clamor of our busy lives. Our meals are reduced to mere transactions, devoid of the rich tapestry of life that lies behind them. But it doesn't have to be this way. Consider this: the journey of your food from farm to fork is a fascinating one. It's a tale woven with threads of diligence, ingenuity, and perseverance. It's a journey that deserves our attention, our respect, and our appreciation. And it all begins with a simple question: where does my food come from? The world of food production is vast and complex, and it's changing every day. The food we consume is the product of countless hours of labor, intricate systems of transportation, and a myriad of processes that transform raw ingredients into the meals that grace our tables. In the grand scheme of things, food production and consumption have taken a dramatic turn over the years. The quaint, traditional image of a farmer tending to his crops and livestock has been largely replaced by the modern reality of factory farming. These industrial operations operate on a scale that's hard to comprehend, churning out vast quantities of food to keep up with global demand. To paint a picture with numbers, it's estimated that over 70% of the world's poultry, 60% of pork, and 50% of eggs are produced in factory farms. These numbers are staggering, and they reflect a trend toward industrialization that's been decades in the making. But it's not just about quantity. The quality of the food we eat is also greatly impacted by these changes. Factory farming, while efficient, often prioritizes quantity over quality, leading to a decrease in nutritional value and a rise in health concerns. Moreover, the shift from traditional farming has also led to a disconnect. Many of us are unaware of the journey our food takes from farm to fork. We're often oblivious to the conditions under which our food is produced and the impact that these processes have on our health, the environment, and the welfare of animals. The consumption patterns have also evolved. With the rise of fast food culture and the convenience of processed foods, we consume more but understand less about our food. This lack of transparency and understanding can lead to uninformed choices, which in turn affect our health and well-being. As you can see, the food industry is a massive, ever-evolving machine. It's a complex system that impacts not just what we put on our plates, but also our health, our environment, and the world at large. And as consumers, it's crucial that we take the time to understand this system, to make informed decisions about what we eat, and to consider the broader implications of our food choices. Our food choices, knowingly or unknowingly, have a significant impact. That's a profound statement, isn't it? And it rings true on so many levels. Let's start with the environment. When we opt for foods that are mass-produced, we're indirectly supporting a system that often depletes the soil, contaminates water, and contributes to greenhouse gas emissions. But when we choose foods cultivated through sustainable farming methods, we're voting for a more balanced, healthier planet. These practices enrich the soil, conserve water, and reduce carbon footprints. Now think about the economy. When we purchase foods grown or raised locally, we're investing in our local economy. We're supporting our neighbors who are farmers, ranchers, and fishermen, and we're helping to create jobs right in our communities. Plus, we're reducing the need for long-distance transportation, which has its own environmental and economic costs. And let's not forget about the impact on our health. When we make choices that lean towards fresh, organic, and minimally processed foods, we're doing our bodies a favor. We're absorbing more nutrients, avoiding harmful pesticides and additives, and reducing our risk of chronic diseases. On the other hand, when we reach for foods that are highly processed and packed with artificial ingredients, we're compromising our health. But here's the thing, making informed food choices isn't always easy. It requires knowledge and awareness. It demands that we ask questions about where our food comes from, how it's grown or raised, and what it contains. It calls for us to care about the journey our food takes from the farm to our plates. However, the effort is worth it. As we make more informed, conscious choices about what we eat, we're not just improving our health or supporting our local economy. We're also making a positive impact on the environment. In essence, what we choose to put on our plates can change the world. The connection between what we eat and our health is undeniable. We've all heard the saying, "You are what you eat," right? But have you ever stopped to consider what that truly means? Every morsel of food that enters our body has the potential to either nourish us or harm us. This is why understanding the origin of our food is so crucial. When we consume food without knowing its origin, we open ourselves up to a myriad of health risks. Take processed foods, for instance. They are often laden with preservatives, artificial colors, and a host of other chemicals, many of which have been linked to serious health problems like heart disease, obesity, and even certain types of cancer. And it's not just about what's added to these foods. It's also about what's taken away. Processing often strips food of its essential nutrients, leaving us with empty calories that do little to fuel our bodies. On the flip side, fresh, locally sourced foods are a different story altogether. They are typically harvested at their peak, which means they are brimming with beneficial nutrients. Besides, they don't require the same level of preservatives and additives as their processed counterparts, making them a healthier choice overall. Plus, when you know where your food comes from, you're more likely to make informed decisions about what you put into your body. You can choose foods that are grown or raised without harmful pesticides or antibiotics, for instance. You can opt for foods that are produced in a way that aligns with your values, whether that's organic farming, humane animal treatment, or sustainable fishing practices. The benefits of such mindful eating are manifold. Studies show that diets rich in fresh, whole foods can help reduce the risk of chronic diseases, improve digestion, boost energy levels, and even enhance mood. So you see, the food we consume doesn't just fill our stomachs. It fuels our bodies, shapes our health, and influences our longevity. It's not just about satisfying hunger, it's about nourishing our bodies and our lives. Indeed, the food we eat plays a vital role in our overall health and well-being. Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to what we eat. This age-old adage rings true even today. Understanding the journey of our food from farm to fork is not just a fancy concept. It's a way to empower ourselves, to make informed decisions about what we're putting into our bodies. When we delve into the origin of our food, we gain insight into the methods of production. We learn about the practices employed by farmers, the use of pesticides, the care of livestock, and the impact on our environment. This knowledge allows us to discern between foods that are beneficial and those that may be detrimental to our health or the planet. Knowing our food's origin also presents an opportunity to support local farmers and producers. By opting for locally grown produce, we're not just getting fresher, more nutritious food, we're also contributing to our local economy and reducing the carbon footprint of our meals. Furthermore, knowing where our food comes from can help us appreciate the efforts behind what we consume. It's easy to take for granted the abundance of food available to us. However, when we understand the hard work and resources that go into producing our food, we tend to value it more, leading to less waste and a more mindful eating experience. And let's not forget about taste. Foods grown in their ideal conditions, harvested at the right time, and transported short distances tend to taste better. So, knowing your food's origin can also lead to a more enjoyable mealtime. In a world where food is often seen as a mere commodity, knowing its origin helps us reconnect with our sustenance, fostering a sense of respect and gratitude for the nourishment it provides. So, the next time you sit down for a meal, take a moment to consider its journey. It's not just food for thought, it's food that makes you think. Having discussed the importance of knowing your food's origin, it's time to talk about what we can do as consumers to make a difference. First and foremost, let's start by buying local. Supporting local farmers and producers not only ensures we get the freshest produce, but also contributes to the local economy and reduces the carbon footprint of our meals. Additionally, understanding food labels can help us make more informed decisions. Labels indicating organic, free-range, fair trade, or locally sourced can guide us towards healthier and more sustainable food choices. It's also crucial to reduce food waste. By planning meals, using leftovers creatively, and composting organic waste, we can minimize the amount of food that ends up in landfills. Lastly, let's not forget about advocacy. We can use our voices to demand transparency in food production and promote better farming practices. Remember, every small step counts when it comes to creating a healthier and more sustainable food system. As we wrap this up, if you enjoy this type of content and want to stay informed about the food you consume and where it comes from, consider subscribing to our channel. Your support helps us create more enlightening videos like this one. Let's continue to learn, question, and make informed decisions together.